Hey, everybody. I'm Sunny Day, and this is my YouTube channel, My Socially Speaking. Welcome. Happy to see you and happy to be with you. Today is actually New Year's Eve Eve. Tomorrow is actually New Year's Eve, and I have not seen you because why? The last time we met, I was coming down with a cold because of a nasty coworker. And guess what? That cold got so bad. I mean, it got really, that was one of the worst. And I wasn't even sure. Like the last time I saw you, I was drinking tea, feeling sick, but I wasn't sure if I could stop it or not. It got really bad. It got really bad. I went to urgent care and I was off anyway, so I didn't have to take off. Gracias a Dios. But yeah, it got pretty bad. It was a very, very bad strep throat. I had to get antibiotics and everything. I don't know if it was because of the nasty coworker, because hers had seemed like a cold. She had a lot of sneezing and coughing, and she had a hoarse voice, lost her voice. I did too, but I'm not sure if I got the same thing she did because I'm hearing and seeing a lot of people coughing and sneezing and stuff. But that doesn't take away from the fact that she did come to work like that and clearly didn't care. So when I went back to work, I still had some of a hoarse voice. And I saw her and she said, uh-oh, when she heard my voice. And she had the audacity to say, well, I didn't have a hoarse voice. You see how people lie? I heard the girl's voice hoarse. I heard customers say to her, oh, your voice is hoarse. So, like, what I see with my own eyes, my own observations, you're telling me is not true. Anyway, just another point about people and how people have a deep-seated tendency to lie, straight up lie. Anyhow, I forgot to mention, please like if you're so inclined, and I am the author of Social Work, the proud author of Social Work Drama. I got to bring my book back to feature it. I was going to say flash it, to feature it. It's a really, really good book. And I keep forgetting to bring it out. Well, today on New Year's Eve, I want to quickly talk to you about some beauty tips that where I left off before, some quick recaps. And I'm going to do some puffy eye gels while I go through the segment. Where did I get these from? Oh, I'm kind of like, excuse me, product testing things for you. These are $2 from Target. Now, last time, I don't know if you remember or not, but I was telling you about a lot of these face masks are really good. They're all not good, but many of them are. Even A-list celebrities use them. What was the girl I was reading in the magazine? She uses them. Nicole Kidman. Now, I'm sure she's not using these, but I did tell you at one point, probably a couple of months back, that the more expensive ones are, the better. That's not necessarily true. To be honest with you, I have used some Victoria's Secret ones that were on sale for 99 cents, and they were pretty good. And I used another Target mask that was pretty good. And I used an expensive one from Target that was so. And when I say expensive, like $7, and when I say cheap, 99 cents. This was $2 from Target. This is just the eye depuffer. So while I'm talking today, I'm gonna have this on my eye just a little bit. I washed my hands already, and I'm gonna try to. For you guys that don't use these things at all, I'm calling myself enlightening you and showing you certain things and how to apply them, which I'm learning how to. Now, when it comes to beauty stuff, as far as like things like this, cleansers and keeping your face clean and antioxidants and stuff like that. I mean, uh, anti-aging products, stuff like that. I'm into, but I lost my train of thought right now. Here's the other one. These are like contact lenses. Wow. Okay, so my topic today, I had planned on talking about this topic for at least a month now. And so I just kept, for some reason, not intentionally putting it off, but just like putting it off. Because to be quite frank with you, sometimes some things that, some mannerisms, some behaviors, and some things that people do, that we do, sometimes I wonder, should we even explore it? Should we even discuss it? Should we even address it? Because so it's just so many people who just don't care and just don't adhere to it. So I kind of wonder sometimes, is it pointless to even visit things or revisit things? But anyway, for a while I've been thinking about bringing this up, and I've been talking about this for years. And the topic is, I don't even know how to phrase it, but you know when you go to someone and you tell someone something or you talk about something with someone and then they give you ill advice. To illustrate, let's say you go to, a very common one is going to a friend or a good coworker who is a friend and saying something like, complaining about something that was hurtful or harmful to you that your boss said. And then your coworker says, well, if I was you, I would do this, I would do that, I would tell her off, or I would slap her, or I'll write her up, or I'll make a complaint. Your friend telling you that, knowing daggone well, that's ill advice. Not only is it ill advice, would you do that? And that's the topic. Stop telling people to do things, one, that you know you wouldn't even do yourself. You know daggone well you don't even speak up for yourself, ever, pretty much. So why are you trying to tell somebody else to speak up for themselves? In many cases, you should just listen. Just provide your friend with supportive listening. And the second thing is not only telling somebody something that you know you wouldn't do yourself, but giving somebody advice or feedback that you know they wouldn't do. Like if you know your friend is very humble, very compliant, why would you tell your friend to go off on somebody? Now, if it's somebody that should speak up for themselves and needs that encouragement, okay. But stop telling people that you know are peaceful people to go over somewhere and go off or go make a complaint or go knock on your loud neighbor's door, or stop telling your friend, oh, if it was me or you, if it was me, I would do this and I would do that, knowing that you wouldn't, and that you shouldn't even be telling your nice, kind friend to do that, or whatever type of personality that a friend has. You're telling her to do something you wouldn't do, that you wouldn't do yourself. And also something that's not even applicable to that person. When I got up this morning, I follow Cardi, and she popped up on my phone when I was looking through my phone, and she was saying this very same thing. She said that she wanted people to stop telling her to do this or do that, or to say this or say that, because she's not that type, and she's been the way that she is now for a long time. And it just, a long time. She's only 26. Love you, Cardi. I really do like Cardi. But it was just so funny that I've been saying that for years. Obviously, I'm way older than Cardi, and I've been thinking about coming on here and doing a segment about it. And it was confirmation when I heard her this morning say that. And it just was so interesting to me, because even someone she's the number one, to me, my opinion, number one rapper in the country, girl, guy. I don't see anybody doing it any better than Cardi right now. She's number one, and she's human first, and she still feels the need to voice on a public forum that I don't want, people telling me, stop giving me ill advice that's not suitable for me, because that's not me. And she took it a step further. I'm sure some of you guys saw it, because she took it a step further and said, don't tell me to get out of the business if I don't like it, because you go to your job and you don't like it for 8 hours and blah, blah, blah. And again, that would be ill advice, because she, just like anybody else, just like the rest of us, all of us, we could use, which is something that most of us don't get anymore, supportive listening, and if it's going to be feedback, supportive feedback, and be careful who you get feedback from. When you go to share things with people, be selective about it, because not only the getting the ill advice, you just don't want a friend or family member telling you just nonsense, period. Not only good or bad advice, but just something that could be upsetting. And if you are that person, I'm sure people are going to be coming to you, asking you advice or sharing stories, hurtful stories to you. Make sure the feedback that you give is supportive, or sometimes you don't have to give feedback. Sometimes people don't know, or some people do know. And I'll say for myself, unless it's somebody like my apostle, most of the time, and I don't know everything, but most of the time, I prefer that someone just listen, because it's kind of like that pain shared, pain lessened situation for me. I just want to get it off my chest to someone that I trust. I pretty much am not the person seeking out advice or feedback unless I explicitly ask for it, because people do that to me all the time. Tell me to become aggressive or assertive, and I think I'm just aggressive and assertive enough, you know. And sometimes people push you further, and you got to be careful, because if you take their bad advice, you can get yourself into a situation that, guess what? They're not going to be there to support you. They done told you to do something, and they don't even have your back. So use wisdom and ask God to give you wisdom. So I just really wanted to touch on that today. And like I said, this morning when I heard Cardi talk about it, I regretted that I didn't mention it like a month ago when it was heavily on my mind. So moving forward, when you seek not advice so much, but when you want to dump, when you want to let off some steam, just be mindful of the person that you're sharing the information with. Don't let them put, how they used to say, a battery in your back, soup you up, get you hyped up, and get you even more upset, telling you you should address it in a way that is not appropriate for you. And you yourself, when you're giving out advice, try to make it cater to the person. Be mindful of who you're making these recommendations or suggestions to. Or even better, guess what? How about just listen? Have your friend or your family members back. How about that? Just listen and say, yeah, girl, I know how you feel. Now if it's somebody that's really, really wrong and strong, then you can let them know, listen, sis, you really should calm down, and be careful with that too, because I've said this many times, people don't really like the truth. They say they want it. They really don't. They just want you to go along with what they say. So you have to decide for yourself, if the relationship is, and maybe like if you do butter up your friend or go along with them in that moment, maybe later when they're not so upset or not so hurt, maybe you can revisit what the issue is, or maybe you could give that feedback and that suggestion that they might be offended by. Maybe you could say that like at another more appropriate time. Be mindful of when someone's really, really upset. Okay? So, really quickly, because I know everybody's gonna be getting all cute for the holidays, and I mean for New Year's. Listen, if you're not going out on New Year's, if you're not turning up, don't feel any kind of way about that. We live in a different world now. It's a different world from where I come from. It's a real different world from where I come from. We turned up every single New Year's. Then it was like, the turn up went from house party to a club or to church all night praying to God on your knees. You were still up and not going to bed till at least 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I think those days are kind of long and gone, unless it's like a celebrity lifestyle or whatever. But if you're not hanging out, turning up, going wild, I don't know, whatever it is you do, popping bottles, if you're not doing that this year, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to sit down in the confines of your home. Whatever you're doing is okay. I haven't done this before. I hope I never do this. Sleep through the new year? I just like to be awake and go, Happy New Year. If I had it my way, I'd definitely be at church praying on my knees, thanking God for all of our blessings. If I had it my way, that's what I would be doing. But I'm not, because I don't know of a good church or a church that's having an all-night service where I could be praying all night and praising God. I don't know of one. So I'm going to be at home watching Times Square. That's my plan as of now. So just in case you're not out popping bottles, or in case you're not out with a bunch of people distracted and loud and partying or whatever, it's okay. It's okay. And I know a lot of people that sleep through New Year's. That's okay too. Whatever you do, just be safe. Okay? You could be at home with a mask on. Facial mask. That's not real bad. Speaking of facial masks, I know you guys, and I got these eye things on and it says 15 minutes. So I don't know if it's been 15 minutes yet, but it feels really good. I hope by tomorrow, and I got big time puffy eyes. So, hopefully it just help a little bit for $2. I don't think it's going to do a big thing. And if it's psychological, if it's like the placebo effect, I'm good with that too. I got this from Bath and Body Works. I know you all know that Bath and Body Works is having their big sale. I gotta get something. Sorry. They're having their big sale. So I went in looking for this hyaluronic acid, because this is really, really good for moisturization, for firming, and for dewy, chewy, gooey skin. So I went in there looking for hyaluronic acid, which was actually this one. This is what I was looking for. This one was $2.75. This was $1.25. So the lady at Bath and Body Works, when this one was $2.75, heck, something like that. I'm like 25 cents or 50 cents off. I'm sorry. When I was asking her about this, she referred this to me because she said it's just as good. And negative. I did not like this. The texture of the mask was like a net, and it was kind of hard. It was $1.25, so I didn't really like it at all. This one was like $1 more, and to me, way, 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 way better. So, and just stay alert, because those, matter of fact, I'm gonna go online. Those 99-cent Victoria's Secret masks, they don't have the hyaluronic acid in them, but they got some cute mask. I used a caffeine mask this morning from Bath and Body Works, a milk caffeine mask this morning. I don't know, and I put nothing else on my face but that. So hopefully my face does look chewy, ooey gooey. I don't know. I guess maybe I'll see the effects tomorrow. So, if you have time, check out Bath and Body Works for this mask. Sorry, this one. Is it upside down? This one, if you're interested in chewy, ooey gooey face masks. And don't take these face masks light. And last time we talked, I was showing you my nice eyeliner thingies. I can't remember how much I paid, but it was cheap. And I was telling you about it. Well, guess what? One of them broke. I don't like paying for stuff that I just got and stuff breaking. And I don't know, maybe it's me because I don't know how to use makeup yet. I'm just starting and I'm trying. But one of them just like popped. And I don't know if it was cheap just because of the store. I don't know. And I wanted you guys to see the exfoliating wash that I use. This is what I use. And the dermatologist told me because I have dark spots on my face, she said that I shouldn't use this because it makes it worse. I don't know. I want a second opinion. She wasn't real nice. She was somebody I had just met. So. And this is my cleanser from Target. I'm just shaking it up because the bottle, I haven't used it in a week. This is pretty good. I like this. Keeps your skin nice and moist. And I showed you my $1 or $2 facial brush last time, and I told you it feels like it's stabbing me. I'm sick of it stabbing me. So I went to Sephora and got a brush. This feels like butter on my face. $16. Yeah, and it's a small one. And I haven't used it yet. I just got it, but it's Sephora. And it feels good on my face. And I mean, you could feel a little sharpness, but I don't want like the cheap one was like stabbing me. I'm tired of it. So I got this. I invested. But so far, to be honest with you, I'm thinking Bare Minerals was the better and the best one. So, was that 15 minutes? Can I take this off my eyes now? I want to go ahead and take it off. And I got sensitive skin, so I'm taking a chance when I'm using a lot of this stuff because it's not hypoallergenic. But I gotta use beauty products. It's fun. Some of them work, keeping your skin healthy and glowing and plump. That's what you want. That's what we want to be. Healthy, glowing, and plump. Okay, so that's it for today's segment. And I'm going to see you next year. Are you excited? 2019 is here. Let me put on where's my shades? I want some new, where did I put my new glasses? Sorry, again. I'm going into 2018 like this, like wood. When you at 2019, because here I is. So listen, you stay fresh, stay blessed, stay on point, stay on your knees, stay connected to God, and be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. I'm seeing a lot of people say on social media, oh, negativity is out the way for 2018. Drama's out the way for 2018. Jealousy, all this negative stuff is out the way for 2018. So good. hopefully people will stick to that and really live by that. But as for me, I wish you much love, peace, health, happiness, and joy. I wish for you all of the things that I wish for myself. Okay? So be safe, be smart, use your wisdom. Don't forget, that's like the number one thing. Use your wisdom. Number two, number one is God. Number two, use wisdom in all that we do. And if we fall short, it's okay. Let's just hurry up and get right back. Peace and love. See you next year.